all met.
Pat pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. I don't see that.
By our Lakin of Parlous fear, I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of a lion? I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider to bring in God shield us a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly, he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber, for you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Does the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar! Look in the almanac! Find our moonshine! Find our moonshine!
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then, may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What happens housespuns are we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What a play toward. I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savours sweet.
Odors! Odors!
Odors, savours sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice! Stay thou but here a while, and I will to thee appear.
A strange appearance then e'er played here.